Hello, everyone. My name is Rick Walsh. Thanks for joining us. We got a lot of great information to share with you. We're going to be talking about something new and something in regards to your retirement. You know, when I was growing up, most people had a job for 30 years, and then they got a gold watch and a pension plan. Well, that's something you don't see these days. You know, the government has made it abundantly clear that we're responsible for our own retirement. Hence, they created products like the IRA or the 401k. But let me ask you a question. Will you really be able to retire and have the lifestyle at age 65 that you enjoy at age 64? And if so, will you be able to do it indefinitely? Well, welcome. My name is Rick Walsh, 33 years full-time in direct sales and insurance, author of a couple of books, publisher of the Industry Trade Journal, and a guest speaker on numerous radio and television talk shows. Built some rather large sales teams also, and it's with that background that I want to give you a lot of great information on a whole new world of opportunity. And that world of opportunity is to retire early, to retire in style, and to retire income tax-free. We're going to talk about some common sense retirement solutions. We're going to talk about how you can get 300% more spendable income in retirement, and we're going to tell you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. We're on a crusade, and that crusade is to change your future, to change your family's well-being. We're going to change America. You have a chance to be part of a revolution and change the retirement landscape of America. And America really does need our help. So simply, what is it that we provide? We provide a financial retirement vehicle that grows with stock market-like returns without the downside risk. It's completely income tax-free and can be totally funded for you or your family should you get sick or die. Then I'm going to go into the opportunity to earn over $1,000 on possibly only a $300 initial investment by your client. I know this sounds too good to be true, but our product is funded and backed by a $20 billion company that's over 100 years old. And so we're going to be talking about a huge, huge market. There's over 200 million people in need of common sense retirement solutions, 82 million millennials. Do you realize that younger generation, that 50% of them have no jobs once they leave college? How about Generation X and the prime earning years? Well, there's 23 million people out of work. Myself, a baby boomer, well, we have about $4.3 trillion in IRAs and 401ks. And then there's our senior citizens, yet so many millions of them are on food stamps. We're going to change America's future. You know, there's several dilemmas that consumers go through when they're looking at retirement. And the first one isn't what you think. Making it to retirement is not the dilemma. The real dilemma is, what if you live too long in retirement? What if you outlive your retirement income? The ultimate benefit of our program is retirement income for life, and we'll show you how that can be done in an income tax-free environment. So, is the IRA and the 401k really the best place to put your retirement nest egg? Well, not according to Time magazine. The ugly truth is that the 401k is a lousy product, a financial flop. It has high fees, high risk, high taxes. But what if there was a way to opt out of the tax system with your retirement savings and have no risk to your growth? Take, for example, Cherry, right here in my town of Sacramento. Age 63, her husband passed away, and her retirement savings were dwindling in the market. She had to do something. In fact, her stockbroker said, "Oh, Cherry, don't take your money out of the market now. You'll never recoup your losses." Well, she actually decided to wait and see, and after 2 more days, the market tanked another 600 points. She moved her money over into our retirement vehicle. Now she'll have $28,000 per year income tax-free from age 72 on. And you know what else? We're going to talk about a program that pays you up to $7,000 per month for over 4 years should you have a qualifying illness. And you know, Cherry was losing money consistently in the stock market. So what's that meant? Well, stock market-like returns means your money is indexed to the market, but it's not in the market, so it's not at risk. The market goes up, well, then your funds go up. It's indexed to it. But if the market goes down, you're not in the market, so your funds don't go down. I think I could explain it better if we use a chart of the actual S&P or the stock market over the last 12 years or so. Let's say you had $100,000 in a retirement fund. One of them's in the market, and the other, with us, is indexed to the market. Well, if you were in the market in the year 2000, congratulations, you made 19%. You're up to $119,000. Now with us, we give you all of the upside of the market, but none of the downside. Therefore, we do cap the upside at 13%. So here you reach the cap at 13%. Your retirement fund's at $113,000. But look at this. 2001, 2002, 2003, the market went down. If you were in the market, you're down to $71,000. With us, we don't participate in the down market. You're still at $113,000. Now in 2004, the market went up substantially, 26%. But remember, that's 26% on your low water mark of $71,000. You're back to still losing $10,000 after 4 years. Our 13% cap is on your high water mark, so it boosted you up to $127,000. Now, over the ensuing years, the market had ups and downs. So at the end of 12 years, this is exactly what happened in the first 12 years of this century. You would have made 19/100ths of 1% per year. Your $100,000 12 years later is at $102,000, and it's totally taxable. You know, the other thing is I didn't tell you that you had broker fees all of these years, about 3% to manage your account each of these years, the up years and the down years, and then you're taxable. With us, our no loss and 13% cap, we got you living between 0 and 13%. You made 6.5% per year average. You're up to $213,000, and you know what? You can take that out, income tax free. Now, I know indexing and the concept might be a little bit new to you, so let me just give you an example that might help you, sort of visualize what's going on. Have you ever looked at a roulette table or played roulette in Las Vegas? Pretty simple game. You put your money on red or black, ignoring those 2 green slots. And if you put your money on red and it comes up red, guess what? They give you money. But if it comes up black, they take your money. What if we had a roulette table that worked a little bit differently? In other words, if you put your money on red and it comes up red, they give you money. But if it comes up black, they give you your money back. You see, that's the concept. You get the upside of the market, but when the market goes down, you stay even. I think that drives the point home a little bit better. But how about retirement? Well, there are 4 phases of income taxes. There are 4 phases of retirement planning. On the traditional IRA or 401k, you get a tax deduction on your money going in. That's your seed. And while it's accumulating, you're tax deferred. Now remember, that's tax deferred, not tax free. But when you take the money out, boy, that's when they're going to wallop you. It's the harvest time. It's a lot bigger money, and it's taxable. And when you die and you pass it on to your family, it's taxable again. You know, there's one problem with your retirement in IRAs and 401ks. You think it's your money, but it's not. You see, you have a partner. That partner is the government. And guess what? Your partner's broke. And your partner spends more money than they make each year. That's called fiscally irresponsible. But the real devastating fact of your partner is they make all the rules. They'll tell you what your tax rate is when it's time to take it out, when they decide how much money they need. Our tax-free alternative is not deductible on the way in, but it does grow tax-deferred. Then you get to take it out, income tax-free. And when you die and pass it on to your heirs, once again, it's tax-free. So do you want to pay taxes now or much higher taxes later? Well, we talked about consumer dilemma number 1, outliving your retirement. But what would happen if you become ill on the way to retirement? Well, if you're funding an IRA or a 401k and you can't work anymore, well, whatever's in there is in there, and That's all you got for your retirement. With us, we have a self-completing feature. That's right. If you're one of the 67% who will suffer a heart attack, stroke, or cancer before the age of 65, and now you can't work to fund your retirement account, we're going to fund it for you totally, fully, immediately, and we're going to do it in an income tax-free environment. Take, for example, our client, Juan, out of Los Angeles, last year, wanted us to help him with his retirement account, and after he started, it was only a few months, he was diagnosed with cancer. We wrote him a check for over $344,000. It's this living benefit that saved this family from emotional and financial devastation. And then, of course, there's consumer dilemma number 3. What if you die too soon? You see, not only you, but your family was counting on that retirement. And if you die, your family is left with an underfunded retirement account. But again, our self-completing feature, we will fully fund it immediately, and we will do it, again, in a tax-free environment. Take, for example, Ron and Linda Sharp. They wanted to look into this. Ron was already retired with Pacific Gas and Electric. He was skeptical. He says, this is too good to be true. So he asked his wife to check it out. Why? Well, because she's an attorney. And Linda, well, she did check it out. She is an attorney, and she's also our client now. You see, at age 56, she started the program. She'll fund it for 6 years, and after 10 years total, she'll have a $19,000 income tax-free retirement. But let's talk about somebody who starts at an earlier age. Let's use $300 contribution. That's $10 a day. Now, that's not to someone else. That's to your own retirement account. If you're a 35-year-old in good health, what's that, about a Starbucks and a half a day? Anyway, monthly contribution with no growth would end up tallying to $108,000 by age 65. But because we give you the upside of the market without the downside risk, red you win, black would just give you your money back, it's actually going to grow to about $338,000, which allows you to take out income tax-free $48,000 per year. You see, it continues to grow in retirement. You would think $48,000 would be gone at the end of 6 or 7 years, but no. It doesn't matter if you live to be 75, 85, 95, 105, $48,000 a year, you cannot outlive it. But what if you become sick on the way to retirement and can't continue to work? Our lump sum into that account is going to be $240,000. Or if you die, we'll totally fund it for $310,000. Pass it on to your family. Again, income tax-free. I hope you're getting the picture now. We have all of the pieces of the puzzle together. We have the perfect money solution, whether you live too long, become ill on the way to retirement, or die too soon. So why are you here? Well, maybe you'd like to help us with our campaign to help Americans retire with dignity. We reward people handsomely for helping us to spread the word. So let me show you the money. I'm going to talk a little bit about, Colleen and Chuck Small. You see, they've been in business for years, but never had success like this. In their first 8 days, they had 2 meetings. 50 people showed up in each. They actually made overrides of $6,000, and their organization earned $21,000 in 8 days. So let me show you the money. We're actually in the only industry in the world that would leverage your money 10 to 12 to 1. For example, let's say you have a client that wants to put away $300 a month. Our company is actually going to advance $3,000 in commissions immediately to the field, and we only took in $300. You know, David really likes that idea. Out of San Jose, California, in 3 weeks, he earned $13,000 in personal production, $5,000 in overrides, and an agent in his group grossed over $26,000 in that same period of time. I'll introduce you to him in just a moment. But let me talk a little bit about our pay system. Let's say you have a client and they want to put away $300 a month. And they could pick any number. I'm just going to use $300 as an example. Well, we're immediately going to advance $3,000 to the field. So who gets that? Well, if you just started with us as a sales rep at 30%, you would get $900. You could actually advance to 40% by either having 3 sales or going to our full-day training. It's called the Optional Freedom Academy, and now it's $1,200 per sale. You could then work your way up to 50, 60, and then to our vice president level at 80%. That's $2,400 on that sale that your client only put in $300 in their first month. Now, if you're at 80% and you decide to build a business and introduce other people to the concept to help you expand, and let's say you have a sales rep who makes a sale, well, they get that 30%. But if you're at 80%, you get the differential between 30 and 80%, or you get 50% of what? Of the $3,000 that's advanced to the field, or you get $1,500 on a sale you did not make. Now, actually, to work your way up to the VP level takes about 50 sales total, or actually, you could do that in what's known as our Fast Start program with only 1/10 of that. How does that work? Well, in the Fast Start program, we have a 60-day fast-track promotion to vice president. That's if you become a product of the product. In other words, you start your own retirement program. And let's say you introduce this program to 5 people: Bill, Mel, Pat, Sue, and Tom, and they each decide to become a product of the product. Well, I'm only going to use 300 as the example. This is what's known as a training sale. If you're new to our business, we actually assign a trainer that'll work with you. They'll actually do everything on those first few sales, walk you through the process, do the demonstrations, hand in the application, etc., and you'll split the commissions, but you'll still make about $400. That's $2,000 on the sales where you're training, and then we'll promote you to vice president. That's 5 sales plus your own, or a total of 6. Remember that spread between the vice president and new people in your organization? Well, when they do their 5 training sales, your overrides are over $4,000 on each one of those groups of 5. That's over $22,000, full potential of nearly $25,000 in the first 60 days. And yes, we do have many people that are doing that. As a matter of fact, the recent week commissions, here they are. In the number 10 spot for the week, Jane made $1,400, Nestor $1,800, and it keeps going up. Paul, $5,900 in a week, all the way up to Dave, $26,000 in a week. Now, this was in our first few months. Most companies would kill for these types of results after 3 years or so. Remember, I was going to introduce you to that person in David's group. His name is Carlos. He lives in San Diego, and he decided to do the fast track. In 3 weeks, he earned $26,000. He became a product of the product. He had 5 personal recruits, a total of 9 in his group, and personal production was $18,000, and overrides on the group was $18,000. So what type of product would allow us to have this type of benefit? It's actually an insurance product. That's right. It's called an indexed universal life program with living benefits. What does that mean? Well, that means it's a life insurance program that has a cash accumulation vehicle, and the cash accumulation grows with the stock market. That's why it's called an indexed universal life, when the market is up but doesn't go down. And with living benefits, now that means if you get sick, you actually tap into the death benefit. Let me ask you a question. Do you have the old type of insurance where you have to die to get to the money? This is insurance where you can get to all the money while you're alive. You see, if you get sick, an accident that maybe puts you into rehab, or heart attack, stroke, cancer, or a dozen other possible ailments, how would you like to have part of that death benefit come to you in a lump sum check while you're alive? Take care of those medical bills, get coverage or treatment that maybe your medical insurance doesn't have, or cover your salary until you're able to retire, which wouldn't happen if you have an IRA or a 401k. That's right. It's insurance that pays you while you're alive. And our affiliations are with some of the largest insurance companies in the United States, most of them 100 years old or more, with over $20 billion in assets for each and every one of them. Our business can be run out of the home, and you know what? That's one of the best ways to lower your income tax legally. For example, you could use your deductions for your home as principal place of business. You could have children as employees, or meals or entertainment, computer, cell phone, fax machine, car mileage, car lease, and a lot more deductions. So let me ask you, can the IRS pay for your retirement plan? Let's say you have a job. You're making a gross income of $50,000. You start with us. We're called FEG, or Freedom Equity Group. You're not making money yet, so you still just get that $50,000. But your deductible expenses just went up because you have a business. So your taxable income just went down. And even in a similar tax bracket, you're saving about $3,700 a year, which is about $300 a month, enough to fund your retirement account. So, is an insurance license required? Well, the answer is yes, it is, and it's easy to get. We're a profession, and we pay professionals at a professional level. We have complete training available. We have top commissions in travel and incentives. Matter of fact, you could use our interactive map, whatever state you're in. It'll tell you what you need to get your license, the course and the cost, etc. By the way, the course costs about $50. We have a complete online study program. It'll even give you the sample state test and the certificate of completion, tell you what the state license fee is and where to go to take the test. And even contact information for the State Department of Licensing. And how does this compare to other types of home-based businesses? Well, in other home-based businesses, you normally have an auto ship of product like $100 worth. But here, you actually pick how much you want to save. You're not spending money, you're saving money. $150 spent on auto ship might have $50 in commissions that go to the field, but $150 invested per month in our program, $1,800 immediately goes to the field. And you don't consume the product, you're actually accumulating it. You don't need thousands in your organizations to make the big money. A dozen or so active, big six-figure income. Product's not a result of an opportunity. It's necessary regardless of the opportunity. And we begin to increase the price in order to pay those outstanding commissions. So let me touch on our field management system and the Freedom Academy. You see, even if you're in California, we're opening up offices across the nation. We have 39 so far. You might have somebody in Atlanta that needs some help. They could go to our local meetings there and be trained by the local individuals there. We're going to have over 400 professional compliant presentations across the nation. And you can take an optional full-day training called the Freedom Academy to learn how to build your business. And when you're done, you get the whole course to take home on high-definition audio and video. That Freedom Academy is taught all across the nation. Here's some. In fact, we've got one coming up in Atlanta, Georgia on August the 17th. Say, who is this fellow? His name is Art Williams. He started a company called A.L. Williams. He brought nearly 1 million new agents into the insurance industry and probably made more millionaires than any other company on a $50 a month premium. Our average is $300. And you know what? He became a billionaire with the sale of the company. It's now called Primerica. How do I mean he became a billionaire? Well, you see, insurance companies want to buy large agencies, not to close them down. They continue having the sales and your hierarchy and your everything, just like Primerica is what A.L. Williams was. It never skipped a beat, continued to do business. But they gave Art Williams nearly $1 billion. What about the thousands of people who helped him build that company? We believe that you deserve equity and not trophies, and that's why our plan and our philosophy is that we're going to build this together, and then we're going to sell it. Yeah, that's right. Our plan is to actually sell it back to the insurance carriers. That won't stop your business or your agency. It'll continue to go, but we're going to take that large buyout, and that's an exit strategy for those leaders who help us build it, because we're going to share that income with the people. You know, currently, there's no cost to sign up. You won't be charged a sign-up fee later if you're getting in now. So what's next? Well, you want to get back with the person who invited you to this presentation and let them know where you are on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 means, well, you really don't have an interest, and that's okay. No is an acceptable answer. 10 says, hey, let's get going today. And anywhere in between, well, that means you have a few questions, and once they're answered to your satisfaction, then you're ready to go. You know, people have normally 3 questions, and the first one is, hey, is this thing real? Well, we're dealing with the second largest industry in the world, insurance, with multi-billion-dollar companies. That's about as real as it gets. And then the question is, can I do it? Well, let me ask you a question. We started off by saying, can you retire at age 65 with the lifestyle you'll have at age 64 and do it indefinitely, not outlive your retirement income? If the answer is no, then most of the people you know, the answer is no. Can you put them through our system? You can do it. And will you help me? Yeah, actually, myself as Vice President of Sales for the company, and our leaders around the country would love to help you. If you decide to go on the fast track, the Vice President will help you get a fast start, because a fast start is an easy start. We will walk you through our system, and we will assign you a certified trainer. What is the system? Well, our system allows you to be duplicatable. And duplicatability allows you to be leveraged and grow, where you're not tied to your source of income. You get paid over and over and over again. All great businesses and governments and communities, they rely on a system. And what's so important about that is you don't need to be talented to run a system, but you do need to be disciplined. For example, if you wanted to open up a restaurant down the street right now, you might not have the knowledge to do it. But if you wanted to open up a McDonald's, you would be successful, because someone without restaurant experience can be successful following the McDonald's system. So the important thing here is you don't want to change our system. You want to master it. It works. You saw the incomes. If you run the system from local to national, the system will run your business. Other sources for your due diligence would be our daily business opportunity webinars. We do this webinar you're on every Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. We have red carpet meetings around the country. One's coming up in San Jose, another one in Orlando. And our corporate website, you can check it out at www.fegcorp.com. It really is a whole new world of opportunity to retire early, to retire in style, and to retire income tax-free. So what's the next step? Well, you want to sign up for free, start your licensing process, activate your personal program within your first 10 days if you want to go on the fast track and bring your top 5 coachable, serious associates. Let us help you achieve the goals and whatever you're looking for. We look forward to working with you, but right now you do need to get back with the individual who invited you here on this call and let them know where you are on that scale of 1 to 10. And with that, we'll be doing this again tomorrow night, same time, same channel. Thanks for joining us, and have a great evening. Bye-bye now.